Hey, Tony Gaskins here. The question is, how do you know your relationship is over? Now, the first thing you have to ask yourself is how many chances have we given this relationship? If you are on chance number 3 or chance number 4, that is the first sign that your relationship is most likely over. Now, and the reason why is because as human beings, we know how to learn and how to adapt. So if I show you how to shoot a video on this phone and how to upload it to YouTube, it doesn't take me showing you that 9 or 10 times. If you yell at me and I tell you, listen, if you want to talk to me, don't yell at me. All you need to hear that is one time. If you do that again, I can give you the benefit of the doubt and say, it was the spur of the moment, you made a mistake. If you do that a third time, now I can say, you don't respect me. You don't respect my wishes. You don't respect my needs. And you are blatantly disrespecting me because I've already told you, do not yell at me in communication. So when you are on chance number 3, chance number 4, that is a clear sign that somebody or both of you are not respecting the other person. Now, factor number 2 to think about is how long has it been? So if it's only been 1 year and it's a struggle and you have some ups and downs and you aren't 100% sure, there's some power struggles going on, meaning that you want your partner to serve you, your partner wants you to serve them, and you're kind of just, bumping heads. If it's under a year, that's normal. And to be honest with you, if it's still within 2 years, that's still pretty normal. Now, when you enter into the territory of 4+ years, and it's still just a lot of turmoil, it's a lot of arguing, it's a lot of crying, it's still break up to make up, that is a clear indication that your relationship is over. Now understand this, with everything that I say on every video you watch, there are exceptions to the rule. Guess what? People have driven 90 miles an hour on a road, went off the road, hit a tree, and lived. That is an exception to the rule. So this is what I want you to understand. When you're thinking about your uncle's relationship, your aunt's relationship, the one girl the one guy and you're hanging on and you're hanging on this relationship. Well, I know somebody that they broke up and they were struggling for 10 years, and then at year 11 they got married. Congratulations. Give them a cookie. You want a gift card to Starbucks? Here you go. But that is an exception to the rule. Do not kill yourself trying to copy an exception to the rule. So understand, if it has been years, how long does it take a baby to learn how to talk? Some of your babies start at 9 months, but definitely a lot of times between 12 and 24 months. On average, it's 12 months. Around that 12th month, baby's starting to say the first few words. How long does it take a baby to learn how to walk? I want you to think about these things to understand that you're dealing with an adult. It doesn't take an adult 5 years to learn how to love you. It doesn't take an adult 5 years to learn that you're not supposed to cheat in a relationship. It doesn't take 5 years to learn that you're not supposed to yell at someone, curse at someone, call them out of their name, talk down to people, manipulate people, deceive people, use people, drag someone's heart through the mud. It does not take 5 years to learn that. So understand that. Now, the third factor, what you want to think about is effort. So how much effort is being put into the love? And what I mean by this is your partner, or you, if you're the one that you're on the outs, are you really trying? do you still have sparks of greatness? Meaning doing the things that you did in that first 6 to 12 months to win this person's heart. Are you still using terms of endearment? Are you still dating, going on dates? Are you still trying to talk and communicate and get to know one another and listen to one another without always arguing? What is the effort? Where is the effort? How much effort is being put into the relationship? So what happens is there's a lot of situations where somebody gets complacent. Somebody gets complacent, and this doesn't always mean that it's over. It does mean that you need to check under the hood and that you need to have a conversation to remind each other that a relationship is a job that you cannot retire from. You have to show up every day and do the work. So what happens is sometimes we get complacent. And what I mean by this is, I'll say myself, for example. I've been married 12 years. So when I was trying to get my wife, I would do spontaneous things like go over to her apartment and I'm there, and we're hanging out, and then she leaves to go pick something up, like go grab some food. When she comes back, I would have 3x5 cards laid out from the door all the way up, to the room, and each card says something else sweet, or something that I like about her or love about her or think about her. And it leads her to a rose. Or I would be out and I would just come home with the rose and her favorite candy or her favorite drink. And that's what I mean, the effort. So today, 12 years in marriage, what that looks like is I'm sitting on my phone, I get a notification from this app and they just released something new, and it may be as simple as a t-shirt like this. My wife, she loves t-shirts, she wears t-shirts to drop off the kids in the morning. So I bought her a couple t-shirts, but it was nice, nicer t-shirts, designer t-shirt. This is a Walmart t-shirt. This is not that nice. It was a nice t-shirt. I bought her a black one and a white one. She wore them in like the first 2 weeks. She had worn them like 2 times each, and she was like, "Oh, I love these t-shirts." So what did I do? I went back on and I bought her 2 more t-shirts, and now this same brand, they had a sweater. I got her the sweater. I use that as an example just so you can paint a picture to say, where is the effort? And it's not just about money. It's not about money. It's also about physical touch. Are you still planning each other's hair, massaging each other's back, holding hands? Do you still have long conversations? When I met my wife, we would talk 4 hours at a time. Now, still today, if I'm out of town and we get on the phone, we can talk 2 hours minimum. I mean, it flies by. But we still can talk 4 hours. Last night, my wife was really tired and she was talking and she was like, "I could talk to you all night. I need to go to bed." And that's what I mean. If it has really trailed off, it's died off, and you just feel like, man, nothing is the same. Like there's no effort. Like we're not dating. We're not, really making love. When I say making love, I'm not just talking sexual, but I mean building, communicating, getting to know each other still. So think about these things and go through the list and really evaluate. Now, the fourth factor, what I would say is if you are on again and off again. And so what I mean is if you have to keep taking breaks. So if every 3 months to 6 months, one of you need a break, even if that's a 2-week break, a 1-week break, a 2-month break. I've literally coached people who said, look, I have been on and off for 8 years, 10 years. 5 years is a common number. Between 5 and 8 years, very common numbers. And I'm like, that's not a relationship. Because you should not want extended breaks out of frustration. Tonight, I'm going to a basketball game by myself. It's the middle of the week. I have clients playing in the game. So I'm going to this NBA game. My wife can't go because my son has practice. And so I'm going by myself. I got to drive to the arena. It's going to be about 2 hours. That's me time. I get to think. That is a break from the world. You need me time But don't confuse that me time with a break from your partner for 2 weeks and, or more out of frustration and anger because y'all keep bumping heads arguing. That's totally different. So if that keeps happening, that is a huge sign. That on again, off again. The fifth factor is abuse. If there's any form of abuse that is present in your relationship and you have addressed this abuse and this abuse happened again and it continues to happen, even if the abuse is spaced out over time, like your partner goes a year without this abuse, but then gets back on it, your relationship is over because your partner does not respect you and your partner is not in love with you. And there's a difference between love and in love. And I have a video on here. You may have to go to my videos and search it, or just scroll through them and watch that video on the difference between love and in love. So any form of abuse, and this can be social abuse, which is, making fun of you in front of your friends and family, online, posting stuff that is one-sided, like a meme or a quote, and then everybody in the comments agreeing with your partner and is really beating you up because it's his or her point that they're trying to make. It can be social abuse. It can be financial abuse, meaning either controlling your money, borrowing your money, using your money, taking your money, living off of you, or telling you what you can and can't do with your money, putting you on some type of unrealistic money situation, budget or loans or whatever it may be. It can be emotional abuse, which can come from cheating or just emotional mind games, mind tricks, manipulation, deception, coercion, all of those things. And it can be verbal abuse, so cursing at you, saying nasty, mean things to you. You're not this, you're not that, you're less than this, you're less than that. You ought to do this, you ought to do that, and verbally attacking you, and to where it affects your self-esteem and you feel bad about yourself. If it's about your weight, if it's about your looks, if it's about your money, your job, your income, whatever it is, verbal abuse is off the table. It cannot be a part of a relationship. And then also physical abuse, which it happens. It's still happening a lot. It's not showing up as much just because of the camera phones and the pictures and people getting caught on camera. It's not that prevalent as it once was before all the social media and camera, but it is still happening. At one point, it was every 9 seconds a woman is being abused, but I believe that's across the whole, country. So, but physical abuse in any form, punching you in the thigh, punching you in the arm, pinching you, pushing you, choking you, slapping you. It doesn't have to be a closed fist, black eye. Any form of physical abuse, pulling your hair, yanking your ear, pinching your thigh, pinching your arm, pinching you under here, any form of physical abuse where pain is inflicted upon you for the purpose of retaliation or teaching you a lesson or getting your attention or out of anger or frustration from your partner, that is abuse and it's unacceptable. So, hey, I believe I went through 5 factors. I don't have this written down. I'm not editor on the videos. I wish I could have had it pop up to the screen and do all of that. But, hey, I don't have that kind of time. God bless you. Go back through it. Maybe somebody listening, you could type up the 5 factors in the comments and y'all can, see that. And if I see it, I'll pin it to the top. Thank you so much. God bless you. We'll talk soon.